Where's the wall? No wall, no deportations, new war, new war.
What
we
did
get
we get?
nothing from this fucking movement,
We
bro.
got J6. We just bombed Iran.
No.
Yep. Trump posted on True Social. I just checked it.
Bro.
He says he's gonna address it at 10 p.m. He's gonna talk to me.
I can't believe it, bro.
I know. This was the one thing I kept saying. I was like, well, everyone's like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. I was like, he hasn't done it yet, okay, guys. Like, but now he's done it.
There's not. We got this. Where's the wall? No wall, no deportations, new war, new war. We get nothing from this fucking movement, bro.
We got J6 prisoners out. That was it. That was it.
Nothing. We got, and that was because of the fucking movement to begin with. So
And
that wouldn't. I'm just fucking livid, dude.
What's crazy about this is like it's against all popular support on both sides. Right?
Both sides.
You take, yeah, no
except
one
for
wants.
the Jews who.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, they say, well, you can't riot or be violent or use force or anything. It's like a change public opinion through policy or through get your word out, right? And we get our word out. We say we don't want these wars in the Middle East. We don't want to do this anymore. We don't want to give money to Israel anymore. And now that the entire public agrees, they still do it. They just do it anyway. So it's like, so what was the whole war of the minds about? Like, why did we even bother convincing the populace? They just do what they want anyway.
I cannot believe this shit.
Barak Ravid says, maybe it just.
Mega,
I can't read into exactly what happened to Fordo.
He's done. This is the end of any pro-Trumpism. It's over. I mean,
I can't believe
he already didn't. He didn't. Right. I guess because he didn't have another election, he doesn't care. But it's like literally anyone who supports JD Vance is out. Like, it's this. You know, in a paradoxical way. As much as this sucks, this may be
a blessing in disguise, maybe.
Yeah, it's the death knell. It's anti-Semitism is for. There's no stopping it.
I'm long on anti.
Anti-Zionism, there's no stopping it.
And you know what? There might even be an alliance, which is
for sure.
Which is what they absolutely don't want.
We got single-issue voters now across the board.
Right. Okay. There's the changing of the minds. Right. Is that you do have? You're right. People, the protests and shit. You know, like you said, don't do shit. Changing of the minds, don't do shit. Well, maybe because Trump. Let's be honest. On a longer scale. Yeah. Nobody in the first administration, Trump was absolutely captured by Zionists. Jared Kushner, we knew this was a big issue. We had a big issue with that. Second term, come on, like we kind of in the back of our minds, we kind of knew that he was totally in bed with these people, and we knew that he loves Israel. Okay, we get it. Our generation, generations below us, and even some of the upper, you know, the generation before us, they have, like you said, they are going to have a very different view of this. And once these fucking people die off and leave, you're right. There's no stopping anti-Zionism. This is just, it's going to be the way of the world. But here's the thing. Here's the issue, though, is that this could be the last thing that they want. This is the last thing that Israel really wanted. Just get these people out of here. Yeah. We don't need you anymore. But I don't know how that's going to look in the future. If in future generations, America takes an anti-Israel view or approach, we're not dead out of, we're not totally. I mean, we're still number one. We'll probably be number one for a while, but we might be living in a multipolar world here in the future. But if all of the polls are anti-Israel, because I don't think Russia is very pro-Israel, I don't think North Korea or China or any of the Asian countries are pro-Israel. So we're going to see how this is going to go for them. This might be, like you said, a blessing in disguise for the future. We might create.
It's just what it's like. They can just do whatever they want. They can commit a genocide in front of everyone that no one likes. They can. It's like because they have literally the only important pieces they control. Donald Trump, even like Bannon, Tucker, like even his closest people
are saying don't do it.
Are like no. Even supposedly even Vance, and Trump just does anyway because somehow they have a direct line to this guy, and he's the only piece that mattered.
I don't how.
And maybe it's Epstein. It could be the Epstein connection. People pointing out like it was 1 week before Israel attacked Iran that he was named as by Elon publicly. Could be something as simple as that, or it's just like a psychological, spiritual thing.
Just like, yeah, because like who is he listening to? Like Jared Kushner?
He now went from like if he had kept us out, he would probably be like the most liked president in human history. He is now probably going to be like one of the most disliked presidents.
From
Who's he got still on his side?
His own base is done with him.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's still got Lady Mag on his side.
Oh my!
He's got Ben Shapiro, but watch. Even Ben Shapiro and Netanyahu will
throw him. Yep, they'll say.
Yeah, they'll throw him.
Good guy, you did what we wanted. Now we don't like you, racist, fascist, whatever the fuck. I just can't, man. My heart just can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've been looking at this every day. I've been watching it at work. I've been talking to people at work about it. All the everybody I know is like, we do not want this. Even the most retard, fucking backwoods ass, hill jack ass.
To the smartest.
Trump, to the smartest are like, no. How? What is it? Just what? You are a pedo or something? Like what is that? Were you kid diddler? What do they have on you, bro? I would say fuck you. I'm not betraying. What is it? Are they gonna kill? Maybe they just say we're gonna kill you if you don't do this. I mean, self-preservation.
No, they're gonna say they were gonna try and plant a bomb in New York City or something. They're gonna use something where like he's defending America by doing this.
Yeah.
It was hard, but he had to do it for us. And it's like, yeah, well, thanks and no thanks, right? I'd rather risk the bomb in New York. Also, just the idea of like when you are more powerful than another person or entity or nation by a lot, people love to say the FAFO, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, what did you expect, Iran? And there's a logic to that in a causal effect sort of way, but when it comes to like a moral calculus, having all the power on your side makes you more responsible. It makes you the one who has to be more careful. So it's like Iran is shooting missiles and they're kind of like it's the only thing they can do is shoot missiles, and they're not real great missiles, and they sometimes miss their target and hit civilians, right? That is a different thing from when Israel has full control in Gaza in like a prison scenario with complete control of what goes in and out. They have the entire air above them. They have tech superiority, right? And then they're killing civilians. It's like a completely different thing.
All I said, when I voted for the dude, I said, and I know I said, I want the wall built in the first 2 years, and I want no new wars.
Yeah.
Did I get either of those things? I'm going to get nothing. Fuck this shit, man. This system is bullshit. These people are, man, oh my God.
Up until this point, I could always say, well, it's better than Kamala. It was better than Kamala, right? But now I don't know. Because although Kamala probably would have bent to the powers that be and brought us into war with Iran, she might not have. But now I know for sure DJT did. So.
Oh my God, dude. We got to get in positions of power, dude. We have to that's what you got to do. We got to get money. We got to get lots of money. We have to foster communities who are against this type of shit, and we have to take these people out and get in positions and not waver and become martyrs. That's what you have to do. Real martyrs, not like George Floyd's dumbass. Real martyrs.
It's yes, and it's also you have to. What was it? Sun Tzu says, right? You have to know yourself, and you have to know your enemy. Right?
Yeah.
You have to people who just will not identify what is really happening in the country will never be able to fix it, right? When they say, "Oh, it's those blue and green haired people at the protests that are screaming, the autistic freaks," that's not it, right?
No.
And you will never. You might be able to get in power running on that, like in like a political way, but you will never actually gain control by focusing on that and calling that your enemy. That's what we're resisting. That you'll always get out. He better drop something that just blows our mind. Oh, Vance, right
Is
there.
there audio?
He comes out with a black eye like Musk.
Here he is.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime.
Look at Vance.
Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say, we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, that was it.
Oh my God. He said, God, we want to thank God. What?
That makes me think that they convinced him that this was somehow his divine
providence.
mandate. Yeah.
Yeah, divine mandate.
Has he ever said that before? He couldn't even get it out. He doesn't even know, like, he looks like a retard, but he's trying. But, like, he thinks he's being some sort of, like, super pious Christian, but this is terrible. This is awful. This is like, he literally said they've gone a long way to eliminating the threat to Israel. He mentioned Israel like a whole bunch, but at least one time he didn't even mention the U.S. with it. Every other time he would say Israel, and the U.S. They got him. Trump is a dispensationalist. He doesn't realize it, but maybe he does. I don't know. But he believes that to defend Israel is to stand with God. That's what he thinks.
One of the things I thought of when I voted for him the second or third time was I can't let the story end like this, right? Like you said, we were all on this journey with him, supporting him through a crazy arc here, right? Of his rise, his 2016 winning, and then he losing, in 2022, okay, he lost or whatever in weird ways during COVID. Then the year, then they're talking about it's all on the line. We're gonna send him to jail. He's got all. And I thought we can't let the story of the Trump saga end that way. And what did we do? We got him back into power. And this is what he does. And it's like watching, it's like somebody telling you a story of a kind of heroic tale where the hero doesn't save the princess at the end. He doesn't do the courageous thing. He pussies out and he goes home and he hides under his bed.